Dudettes, let's get straight into it and listen to some r/am I the a-hole?
Aita for wanting to break up with my BF because his daughter is a nightmare. I 34F have been dating my boyfriend 33M for a year. Let me start by saying my boyfriend is amazing. He's loving, affectionate, kind, and compassionate. Everything you'd want in a man. But it hasn't been so pleasant lately. My boyfriend has a 4-year-old daughter that makes our relationship difficult. He now has full custody because her mom didn't want to be a parent anymore, so she just pays child support. His daughter is a piece of work, and that's me being nice. She very rude when she walks into a room and everyone speaks to her. She says nothing like she owns the place. She's the most selfish child ever. She would share nothing of hers but would expect everyone to share with her. If no one shares with her, the tantrum she would throw is ridiculous. She would scream and cry at the top of her lungs. It would get so bad that she would hit herself or make herself sick. I have 3 children from my ex-husband 14M10M3F. To say my children dislikes her is an understatement. My 3-year-old always shares with his daughter. One day I got my daughter a very cute American Girl doll and his daughter wanted to play with it. My daughter said no, so she snatched it from my daughter so hard that she fell. So my daughter smacked the ish out of her and took her doll back. That caused an argument between me and my boyfriend. He felt like my daughter should apologize, and I told him he's flipping crazy if he thought my daughter should apologize for defending herself against his demon child. He never sees anything wrong with her actions. He thinks it's acceptable behavior for a 4-year-old. Once I cooked dinner. Fried chicken, wild rice, and green beans. Nothing special. She threw an almighty tantrum, said she wasn't eating it, and threw the entire plate on the floor. He cleaned it up, said it was going to be okay, and took her to get a Happy Meal just to stop the tantrum. 2 weeks ago I broke. When we took the kids to Great Wolf Lodge for the weekend, seeing how we only lived about an hour away from there. Things started out okay until we took the kids to the pool. My 10-year-old son has Down syndrome and he doesn't know how to swim, so he stays off to the side and does his own thing. His daughter was running around the pool and proceeded to jump on my son's back so hard he fell in the pool and started to struggle to stay afloat. My 14-year-old son and a lifeguard had to save my son. She was okay because she was wearing a life vest. She thought my son drowning was hilarious, so I grabbed my kids, went to our room, packed our things, and left him and his daughter there. Once we got home, we packed our things, and we're currently staying with my parents. He's been blowing up my phone, leaving voicemails, and sending texts. I sent him one text saying I needed space. He then said I'm an asshole for potentially ending our relationship over an accident. Am I the asshole?
Girl, run! That is a scary AF child. This is only going to get worse. Protect yourself and your babies. Your boyfriend is raising a menace to society. Prioritizing your mental health does not make you an a-hole. That's not your kid or your problem. Also, that spot of hellfire knows what she is doing. She's both testing your limits and trying to push you away. If her dad gets serious and you become blended, she will know how far she can go without repercussions. If it doesn't work out, she will know for the next one. Don't think kids don't know what they're doing, and her father is clearly an enabler. I will say it louder for the people in the back. Run!
Aita for not wanting to cater to my in-laws. My husband, M36, and I, F33, live a country away from our families, so we only get to visit them once a year. We recently bought a house and decided it was time for our families to visit us instead. My family came to visit in the spring. During this time I woke up at dawn to prepare breakfast for everyone whilst my husband slept until noon like a teenager every day. I took time off work to take them to the city and do touristy stuff. My husband went to work every day after waking up late and returned home close to midnight. Mind, he has a very flexible work schedule and can work whatever hours and days he prefers. Now, my in-laws are coming to visit. I told my husband he can expect the same amount of effort and respect that he put onto my family's visit. 0. He got mad as he is expecting me to wake up early to prepare breakfast for them and entertain them while he goes to work some days. I told him I was not going to do any of those things as he did not care to even wake up early with me during my parents' visit. I also told him I wasn't going to take time off from work and he can make or purchase breakfast for them. He said I was very inconsiderate and that I better host them like I did my family. Aita for thinking it's my husband's responsibility to serve and host his family the same way I did with mine, as my husband couldn't care less that my family was visiting. I know his family is also my family by marriage, but I feel that if I take care of them without his participation or effort, he might think it's okay to treat my parents like non-important and that I'll still unroll the red carpet for his.
Yes. Match his energy. A lack of effort is a lack of respect. He's showing his true colors. Also, TF, does he mean you better? Better what? He needs to lower the bass in his voice before someone kicks out his voice box. Also, a marriage is a partnership. You obviously love your family and wanted them to enjoy their time. So you went above and beyond while he did nothing. You need an active partner, so he should step up.
Aita for being disappointed in what my husband did for my birthday. A few weeks ago I reminded my husband my birthday was coming up, and I asked him to pick up a cake from the grocery store since he didn't do it last year, and I baked it myself and I found the whole experience depressing. The year before that nobody did anything for me. My parents wanted to wait until my twin was home from vacation and it just never happened. He got annoyed with me and told me he was too busy. The day before my birthday he told me he was too busy once again, so I went to the store and got the cake since our daughter was looking forward to having cake. When he came home on my birthday he had a bag of gummies and some flowers. He then told me he wanted to take me out for dinner but forgot to mention it, and by the time he remembered I already started dinner. I was kind of annoyed because I realized that he did go to the grocery store to get the flowers so he could have picked up a cake, so getting angry at me and telling me he was too busy was a lie. I feel like such an ungrateful person for being annoyed with him. Most of the time when I get a gift it's something I've picked out and told him. I have a hard time with my birthday because I was always overshadowed by my twin and I always felt unimportant on my birthday because she was always pushing to be the center of attention and putting me down constantly if we had a joint birthday party. Aita for being upset with him.
There is nothing wrong with wanting to feel loved and appreciated. That man is a crappy husband. He forgot your birthday despite you reminding him and then brought you grocery store flowers. I wouldn't be surprised if he waited to mention taking you out because he had no plans to do so in the first place. I feel bad for you. I bet he forgot his busy excuse, which is why he came home early and had a chance to go to the store sick an incompetent man. And I'm done. Humanity is so stressful. See you in the next one.